everybody, it's Michelle Arena with Anderson Travel and Tours. I know it's been a while since we've sent out a newsletter and since we've had a meeting, but it has taken us a little bit longer this year to get some of the pricing for our tours for 2025. So we've finally gotten most all the information that we need, except for just a couple of tours we're still working on, but we'll post those as soon as we get that information. The tours that we do have for 2024, Vermont, that's October 12th through 20th. We still have 2 rooms available that are doubles. We don't have any singles left, but we do have 2 double rooms. And if you're looking to go on those, on the Vermont trip, it's fall foliage. We're supposed to be there when everything is at peak color. So just let us know. You can go on the website and register directly there, or you can give us a call and if you have any questions. And then San Antonio at Christmas time, December 1st through 7th, we have 4 double rooms available. We don't have any singles left, but we do have doubles. And we're staying in the Gibbs Hotel in San Antonio, which is a historic hotel that's right close to the Alamo. And you can walk out of the door and just down the street and you're right at Riverwalk. The weather is really nice at this time of year in December. Y'all, there's a bug flying in my video. It's really nice this time of year. The lights are amazing on the Riverwalk. There's all kind of decorations everywhere for Christmas. And when you go into Fredericksburg, that's in the hill country outside of San Antonio, the little town is a German town, and so they have different traditions and they have different decorations and sculpture things that they have for Christmas that are really neat. So that's kind of an experience, and they have good shopping there too. And of course, good shopping on Riverwalk. But you'll get to see the tours and the Alamo and the missions and everything, just like at any other time, but it'll just all be in lights for Christmas. Our next tour after that will be Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Key West. That'll be January 12th through 18th, 2025. And I've made some modifications to it since our tour last year. So everyone had a great time, and if you want to see pictures from that tour, they're on Facebook. You can just look in the photos and look for albums, and it'll have all the photos from the Miami tour. But when we're in Key West, the conch train ride that takes you all through the city and shows you everything, that's going to be included this time. And on the way back, on our last day, we'll stop in an area that's closer to Fort Lauderdale and go to Flamingo Gardens. And the gardens are really huge. There's a tram ride that you can take through and see all of the native plants and things. It's the closest thing to what Florida used to look like way back in the day before it was all changed and turned into condos and stuff. There's animals, and yes, you can feed the flamingos. And there's a bear, I think, and panthers and things like that native to Florida. So that'll be something different that was not on the tour last year. But it's a great tour, most beautiful time in South Florida, and you get away from the cold here, and it's wonderful. So you can ask anybody that went last year. It was a great tour. The next tour we're working on is Myrtle Beach show trip. It'll be in the spring, either March or April. We're still trying to find out the exact dates depending on the shows. So once we get all the information back from the different show places in Myrtle Beach, then we'll have all that pricing and we'll add it and we'll get the date nailed down. But just know that it'll be somewhere in probably late March or early spring or early April. Our next tour that is on the website is Boston. And it's Boston, Salem, and Cape Ann, and it's July 15th through 23rd, 2025. This is going to be a really great tour. It includes so much. So if you go out there and take a look at it, I'm not going to try to list everything that it includes because I don't have that kind of time on this video. But it's going to tour, of course, the city of Boston and all the historical and colonial heritage parts. And then it'll also go to Cape Ann, and you'll see all of the beauty of the coastline and all the little small towns in addition to the big city. And on the way back, we'll go through Mystic, Connecticut, and stop at the little Mystic Village, and then stop at National Harbor in Maryland on the way back, which is a really great place with shopping and food and attractions, and it's really, really pretty looking out over the water. The next tour that we have is a new tour that Diamond has only been doing for a year, and it's New Hampshire and the White Mountains, and that'll be August 23rd through 31st, 2025. This time of the year, during the summer, New Hampshire is lush and green. The mountains are just this vibrant green, and the water is all crystal clear, and it's just really, really beautiful. There's a gondola ride that takes you up on top of Loon Peak, and the view is just amazing from there. There's going to be a scenic narrated tour on one of the lakes. There's going to be a trolley ride through one of the little historical towns. It's just going to be a really, really pretty tour, and it's a nice time to be away from the blazing heat in the south and get up into New Hampshire, where it's one of the hot summer spots that people don't realize that a lot of people love to go to in the summer. Will be in New Hampshire and the White Mountains, so this will be something new. After that, I've had so many people asking for South Dakota again, because we did the tour this past June and so many people were not able to get on the tour because it filled up so quickly. So I have set South Dakota for September 5th through 14th, 2025. And I've added an extra day to it. So we're gonna actually spend 5 days in South Dakota instead of 4. And I added Devil's Tower, Wyoming to it. So we will venture out from South Dakota and go into the mountains and go to see Devil's Tower, and then on the way back we will come back through and see the arch in St. Louis. So that will be something a little bit different than the tour did last year. And everything that I've done, and I actually did the tour that had Yellowstone added to it, but I just feel like that you miss a lot because you're on the road most of the time trying to get from like Deadwood and that area in South Dakota to Yellowstone. So you're only getting a day kind of in the park, and then you turn around and it's that long drive back. So Devil's Tower is only an hour and a half away, and so you can spend the day and kind of make that a more relaxing time and enjoy the time at Devil's Tower instead of trying to rush through it. So I think that's a lot better if we combine South Dakota and Devil's Tower into one tour. And then we're looking at planning another tour that will be separate, that will really go to Yellowstone and be able to explore that area a little bit better and not try to make it just a day trip. Yellowstone's just too much and too beautiful to see in one day. So we want to add that and make it a little bit longer trip. Okay, and we are looking at a couple of other trips. We have people that have asked us about Ireland and Italy. And of course, like I said, the national parks with Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon in Utah and Arizona, that area. So I'm looking at some of those tours. We probably won't do diamond tours for those. We're looking at Globus or Colette tours. So it will involve air travel to go on those tours instead of a bus leaving directly from Alabama. So just kind of know that on those tours that we do at the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone, it's going to involve air, and it takes us a little bit longer to get those quotes and everything, but we're working on those. And of course, Ireland and Italy, you're going to fly as well, but all of that's in the works, so stay tuned for those tours. And we're going to do a separate video and separate email for all of our cruises, because it gets too much to try to add into one email and one video to try to do all of that, because we have a lot of trips booked for 2024 and 2025. So anyway, if you have any questions about any of the tours, just give us a call, and you can email us at tours@andersontraveltours.com, or you can go onto our website. It's https://www.andersontraveltours.com, or you can visit us on our Facebook page, and of course it's Anderson Travel and Tours, and you spell out the "and." But you can, all of the links to our Facebook page, Instagram, and all that are on the homepage of our website. So if you have any questions, just give us a call or email us, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And we're hoping to have a meeting sometime soon I don't know if we're going to get a fall one planned yet in time, because we've got back-to-back trips coming up in September and October, but our next one may be our Christmas party. So we're going to try to do something a little bit different and a little bit special for that. So just be looking for that information. We'll send that out as soon as we get it all planned. But after this email and this video for the tours, just be expecting another one. It's going to include all of our cruises as well. So we look forward to seeing you all on a tour sometime very, very soon. If you have any questions about anything, just feel free to give us a call. Bye-bye.